Oh, got it.
Well, so there you go, guys. I just had the computer tell me that the recording is in progress. So welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody is doing fine. I want to introduce my newest friend, Neil, from over in the UK. He is with MK Motorsports. Y'all have heard that. You've heard me talk about it. This is where we are purchasing the Lotus 7 kit, or the Super 7 kit. So I'm going to let Neil kind of take over, because you guys know, and this is the whole point of this, I'm not a car person. I know diddly squat. Okay. I'm just going to build it. So I'm going to let Neil kind of explain what it is that we at this point have purchased. And then we're going to go over a few more things to try to finalize what we're getting. Don't get in a big fat hurry. This is going to take some time, guys. I already told you we probably are not going to get this thing before midsummer. It takes time. I'm just saying. So I'm going to hand this over to Neil, and I'm going to let him kind of, between him and the Prince, explain what it is that they've done. All right, take it away.
So thank you very much for the wonderful introduction there, first of all. So what you guys have bought, it's a 7S Roadster. It's a two-seater sports car that was basically looks like a Lotus 7 of the 60s. I think it's going to give you a whole bunch of fun. You guys have got have gone for a motor that is a Ford from the Mustang. So it's a Ford EcoBoost 2.3 motor, which you'd normally find in your new shaped Mustang, not the old one of the back in sort of the 70s, 80s. This is a 2.3. It develops about 315 horsepower from stock. So it's gonna be a fast car, a very fast car. We're using stick shifter, so there's no automatic. This is 3 pedals on the floor with a manual 6-speed gearbox. Again, that's from the Mustang. So yes, it's going to be a very rapid. You imagine this car is used to power, or this engine, this motor was designed to power a car weighing what, 2 tons. So you're putting that in a car that weighs 500 kilos. So I don't know the conversion, the maths.
1,300 pounds.
1,300 pounds. There you go. Somebody's done their maths first. So yeah, 1,300 pounds. 1,300 pounds on a car which is doing 300 and low 300 horsepower. So brake horsepower per ton, my maths genius, what is that?
Just under 620.
So that's going to be quite lively. It's going to be quite lively.
Yeah, my understanding is we're going to have our performance guy set some maps on it so that I don't kill myself, according to you. I don't want to die in the car. Yeah, it's going to be fast. You guys usually have like small Miata or even motorcycle motors that run these cars. Is that correct?
Yeah, we specialize. Really, our unique place in the market is the motorcycle powered cars. We do a lot of Hayabusa, Suzuki Hayabusa cars, which is our preferred engine of choice. That came out of the fastest production road going motorcycle in the world.
So this is a big fat American muscle motor that we're putting in this little teeny tiny.
It's a 4-cylinder, but
it's a 4-cylinder. So it's a 4-pot. It's more of a European motor that you're looking at, really. Okay. It's not a V8, which you guys have a lot of. So it's not what I would say would be a fat motor. No, not at all. It's quite a lean. It's a turbocharged, hence the EcoBoost. So it's a turbocharged engine. So it's quite a modern. Well, it's a very modern because it's coming out of the new Mustang. So it's
a smaller, slender motor, but produces the type of power that, say, an 8-cylinder would.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. For my viewers, let me insert a picture right here of what that Super 7 looks like. There you go. How awesome is that? I know it's going to be amazing, because there aren't really any of these on the road. So
they're very unique.
We're going to get some looks, I think.
What we find here in the UK when we drive these cars around is we go to shows and things like that, and people tend to gravitate around these because they're just unique. You've got 4 corners of the car that's all exposed. You sit in this little cell in the middle. You're a very narrow and when you drive along next to a truck, you realize how small you actually are.
It's
but you're very
small.
you're very light, you're very nimble, you're incredibly agile. I think.
Well, and the shape is just it's unique. You know, people know the shape when they see it, they recognize it. They just can't pinpoint, where have I seen that? You know, usually it's from like films from the 60s and 70s. You know, they're just not aware of that. So it definitely catches people's attention. The color of it, we hope too, will, because that was the point. We want people to be able to, you know, to see us, because it is such a small vehicle. You know, they got to kind of look down to see us. So we want to make sure we
have a nice bright color.
Yes.
You need a nice bright color.
Yes.
And
which we have. We have chosen the orange and black version, because we already have a yellow and black car with the 79 Spider. So we chose the orange. And since we're in Tennessee, that's the Tennessee color. Wrong kind of orange, but that's okay. It's still orange, so it works for the state of Tennessee. Y'all know where I'm going with it. So it will be fine. I know the boys need to talk about a few other things, because we're not really getting to the end yet. They are waiting on our motor, the motor that we chose. They've ordered it to make sure that they have that to build our chassis around. So this will tell you how far this company goes to make sure you're good. My performance guy isn't going to have to do anything but literally drop this motor in. So it's going to take a little extra time for us to get that done. We're fine with that. We're willing to wait, because I think we're going to get a much better product at the end. And since, again, I'm the one putting this together, I'd like it to be as easy as possible. Right. So I'm going to let the guys kind of let them chat between on some of the final things that I know that we need to talk about to complete the order that we've done.
Okay. Now, you sounded like you were going to say something.
I was just going to say, this is very much like a big boy's Lego kit. So we've all played with Lego as a kid, and we probably had, I don't know if you guys had Meccano. That was another product that we have over here.
No,
Okay,
just Lego.
So, well, with the Lego, this is basically coming to you as a big boy's Lego kit, or a big girl's Lego kit, whatever.
I'm okay calling it a big boy's. I'm fine with that.
And so you essentially you follow the book to build the thing and put it together, and then you have a car at the end of it.
So, and you guys swear that you don't need a whole lot of like specialized, like you can have a kit of tools like this, right? And they literally say the instructions are so easy that if you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, by the end of this, you'll have a car. So we'll find out, because we're going to film every bit of it. We'll see the cussing and all, because I guarantee you there'll be some cussing. You just won't hear it, because we'll voice over it as I generally do. Hi, Beer.
I can't imagine that there'd be any cursing from
Dude,
your
you've
end.
never seen me work on a car. I cuss changing the oil. You know, it's me, but that's okay. My channel has come to appreciate it. Let's put it that way.
Cool.
All right. Realistically, we have for all intents and purposes, the chassis and all the main bits purchased, other than those few things that we kind of nixed off it just to get going. And I just wanted to, and I sent a list of most of those, if not all of them, to you, but I just wanted to make sure, if you look that over, that we're, you know, if all those parts and the parts we already, you know, have done show up in the crate, that it's a complete car, or are we missing anything?
Right. Okay. Let me go back to your original quote, and then I will have a little look. Well, looking at your quote that we had, is it a complete car? That is there. Yes, you got that there. That's orange.
You know, little things here and there are no big deal, but
So the first thing, you don't have any. You've got a nose cone without the whole the grill at the front. You've got no grill on the front of your.
So we need to throw that in there.
Yeah. Okay.
The I forgot what you call it, but the new one, the
honeycomb.
Honeycomb.
That looks good. And I'm going to work out a way to, I can't think what you call it, but paint MK on it.
Sure.
I'm going to come up with like a patch that I can put over it and spray it white or something, or orange probably on there.
Okay. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. You haven't got the front brake kit.
Right. Now I've got that. That's the first thing on my list.
So we specify with this, obviously this amount of horsepower that you've got is going to go fast. You really kind of want to be able to stop it.
Well,
the 4-pot calipers basically.
Right. Now, when I'm looking at the site to order these things or to put them back on the list, or you can, do you just look at like it's not Cortina, what's the other one?
Sierra or Cortina?
Sierra front whatevers.
Yeah, so you've got aluminium front uprights, so which is the aluminium front uprights are new billet aluminium uprights, right. And they are of a geometry which is Cortina. So you need to get the brake kit that fits that.
Does it say Cortina or does it say Sierra?
It's Cortina geometry brake kit.
Okay.
That's the one.
So it would just say Wildwood, because I'm looking through there and for the most part I can kind of find stuff, but then I also don't know exactly what I'm looking for. But it'll say Wildwood Cortina uprights, correct? Something to that effect?
That's correct, yeah. I'm just going to find out exactly what it's called and then I'll be able to tell you.
Because I think I had saved in the wish list the ones for the Sierra.
Right, okay.
But Cortina.
So it's the Wheelwood Powerlight front brake kit with fitting kit for billet Cortina geometry upright.
Okay, so I'll just put billet Cortina and I should be able to find it then.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
okay.
You should be able to find that.
Okay.
Billet Cortina. Yes, if you go billet Cortina, that will show you the Wheelwood brakes.
Okay.
And then you get to choose between cross-drilled and grooved or just solid discs.
Right.
Go with the cross-drilled and grooved because they look cooler.
That's what we had saved. Well, if I saved the correct ones, we added the 40 whatever pounds for the drilled, cross-drilled and whatever, because they look better.
Right.
So plus supposedly they cool off quicker, but so billet Cortina. So that answers that one because I wasn't real sure because there's so many different choices.
So the Cortina, the billet hubs come with a like a brake carrier.
Right.
And then that brake carrier, what you're ordering there is basically the caliper and the adapter spacers that allow you to put this disc on the particular car. So
that'd be like on our Spider, we had the same thing. Put a big brake kit on it. We had to have an adapter and all this other.
That's right. It's exactly the same as that. Yeah, it doesn't fit the standard one that comes with the smaller one that comes with the Cortina geometry. We need to space it a little bit bigger because we use a 265mm disc.
Because that's the other thing I couldn't find out. I'm looking at Wildwood if I ever have to. So 265mm disc, right?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
And is that the one that's like 0.86 of an inch wide or?
Well, it's a 10mm. So what's that in?
That would be half an inch. So yeah, that's the 0.8. That's about 0.8.
Half inch is going to be 12, isn't it? It's just under half an inch. A half an inch is about 12.5 millimeters. So what's under? I don't know what your 5/8.
I was looking at Wildwood sites, and they have two different disc thicknesses. They have one set up for something like 0.86 of an inch, and then they have one that's set up for like half an inch.
What's that in European terms?
Well, 0.56 would be roughly 12 something millimeters. And
well, it's probably that one.
Okay, so
it's probably that one.
0.5-ish approximately, the inch one. So a little narrower. And then they had one that's closer to an inch, which would be probably about 21 millimeters or so.
So that is what we call the vented disc. So we don't use a vented disc on the front of this car.
Okay.
Because it's so light, it doesn't generate an over amount of heat. So we have a cross-drilled and grooved disc because it looks cool. The solid discs are absolutely fine on this car.
Okay.
Because you actually get more surface area on a solid disc than you do one with cross-drilled and grooved or drilled and grooved discs. The drilled and grooved just look cool when you look through the wheel at the disc. And these are capable to take a 13-inch wheel. So I know you guys probably are not going to go with a 13-inch diameter wheel, but potentially you can do that. These cars work particularly well on the smaller wheels with a fatter tire, so like a 60 profile tire.
Right.
They when you're on the track, they handle a bit better with a smaller wheel and a bit more sidewall in the tire, just to give you a little bit of flex on the corners.
Right. Yeah. No, we're going for the road 15-inch wheels, probably 50 profile instead of 60.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, 195 50 15 is what the tire size is that you're going to be looking for.
Next thing on the list was seats. There's not really any question there because
I think I know what you're going to say. So we were holding out on the seats because the princess wants some nice padded leather seats, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll do the
back stitching or just something that looks sharp.
Yeah. So we're going to do the diamond stitch. So we've got a seat that is brand new that a customer has specified. They've had the MK logo themselves. They've had it done in the headrest, and it's all right. Yeah. I mean, it looks good. That's not something that we're going to be running with. We're just really running with a plain headrest, much like, I don't know if you've been watching our channel, but on the white car that we've been doing. Those ones are our standard ones, or the ones that we're going to offer.
Those are fine.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to cut down on the lead times by holding them in stock, and obviously I can't hold different colors in stock. So
yeah. So you know, if you want to put that on the list, and then just as it comes off, throw it in the box. Was kind of the plan.
Or let us know if any of those things that he's needing to order that we can get from the guy in Florida.
Sure.
We can do that too, whichever is easier for everybody.
I can certainly speak to him and find out whether it's easier to do that or whether it's easier just to put them in the crate. If you're ordering them now, I've got to be honest, it's probably easier because a lot of these things need to be made. And then once they're made, they'll need to be shipped, and you kind of don't want to wait for us to ship stuff to Florida and then for you to get it from Florida. And if he hasn't got it, it has to go on his next run.
Or not the crate.
The box, yeah. Throw them in the
Yeah, sure. We'll put them in your box.
But the list, which I sent most of it to you, would be the front brakes.
Yeah, so we got those.
The seats ×2.
We got those.
The boot box.
Got that.
The doors, which come as a pair, I believe.
Yeah, they do. Got that.
Door hinges ×4.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah,
that'll be question number 1.
Okay.
I have ×4, but you know the clear wind deflectors when you're not wearing the doors?
Yep.
I can't find those. I mean, I see some for Morgan and for the Cobra, but I don't know which one or if they're the same.
I need to put them on the system.
Okay.
Do you want them as well then?
But I want to get a set of those, and I don't know if they come with the hardware or not. So maybe another set of 4 hinges if they don't.
Yeah, no, you would need, you could get away with 2 hinges.
I just put the 4 on. They're cheap. Okay. They're inexpensive. They're not cheap. I don't want them flapping around. I just want to put them on and leave them there.
So basically how it works is you just pick them up, slide them off, take it off.
Like the door.
And you can put the door on instead.
So you don't have both at the same time, one or the other.
Just one
No, you don't. But then, okay, that's going to open up another question about wing mirrors and mirrors on the side.
Right.
So you have an option actually to if you go to the website, I'll show you a car, and hopefully, hang on, bear with me. That was quick. How good was that?
Okay, let me see.
Right.
So
So
he's going to put it on the screen. Oh, okay, cool.
oh, here we go. No, I won't be able to put it on the screen.
Okay.
Hey, ace. Right. Let me just save that, and I'll email it to you, and then you can put it on the screen.
Okay.
And
in fact, I might be able to do it on the chat. Bear with me.
Yeah, because he's done it before. He's put
Okay.
pictures on it.
Okay.
I don't know how he does it. He does it.
He's a wizard.
Yeah.
He's not.
Doing Zoom calls. That's what it is.
Yeah. I think this is the 4th Zoom call I've ever done. I don't do. My first one was with you.
But you're doing better. If this was me running it, I would have already hung up on him twice. Because the last 2 times I'm like clicking, trying to do stuff,
and you hung up.
And I hang up, and I'm like, okay, I got to go back to the beginning to sign back in.
I'm the technical person, the tech savvy person out of this group. If you haven't caught that yet, he got his new phone in, and I said, "Give me your phone. I'll let you know when it's done. Here, now your phone's set up. Go. Are all my apps on it? Yes, sir. Everything's there. Go."
I'm money making savvy.
Yeah. I do all the tech stuff.
Oh, here we go. This manner. Pictures. So hopefully you can pick up Thomas's email from the computer that you've got there. And I've just sent you over a couple of pictures. I couldn't display them on the screen there. I've just emailed you a couple of pictures.
Gotcha. Let me go. Well, I see the share screen, but I don't see anything that tells me to, let me see.
So when you do share screen, it shows you whether you want to share the whole screen or whether you want to just share an app.
So I just want to share the image.
Sure, that's it.
How's that?
It's coming through. Hey, there it is. Tickety-boo.
Okay, so that's picture 1.
So that picture there. So what we've got there is this is the wing mirror that I was suggesting. What we do is we go with these wing mirrors,
right? And
what we do is we put that onto the side there. So where that bottom or the top bolt is, you that's where you fit your hinges and your deflectors.
Right.
So what we're trying to do there is basically give you a set of mirrors that fit on the side so that you can swap the deflectors and the doors.
Well, that would be the preferable thing to do then.
Right.
So
do you like the look of those?
Where would the mirror go then? Because that's where the doors and the windows hook up.
Yeah, so you would put it on the hinge there. So the hinge goes there. Where that top bolt is where the hinge bolts on.
This one right here?
No. The top bolt of the mirror. That one there. Yeah, that one there. So you would put the bolt through the mirror, through the hinge, through the stanchion.
So so the hinge would be running like
it would be sandwiched.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, it'd be sandwiched between the two.
Okay.
Now question, this would be question number 2 would be when you open the doors, not that opening the doors is a big thing, but
I know what you're going to say.
Will it clear the mirror or at least allow you to,
Yeah, it'll open. If you imagine you're a clock face, so it'll open to 3 o'clock. So if 12 o'clock is basically shut, it'll open to only 3 o'clock.
Okay. So
it'll only do 90 degrees.
Now, when you open it to 90 degrees, will it stay there so that it's not flopping you in the face when you're trying to climb out of the car?
No.
Gotta hold it.
So it will fall on you.
Yeah, it will fall on you.
Okay.
Let me see.
You'll have to hold it. You'd have to hold it out. Look, if it is a problem, then we can always look at doing 2 lots of mirrors. One is for the doors and one is for the.
Yeah, well, the problem there though is that with the doors, my plan is they can't have the mirrors attached to them because they're going to have to go behind the seats. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think you're going to put them behind the seats.
No,
I think you'll take them off and leave them at home and go out for the day.
Well, I'm guessing based off my measurements that they'll fit behind, like one will fit behind each seat. Is that?
Yeah, you can actually fold them in half.
Oh, okay.
So they're
behind
two parts. So they're two parts of the door, but they're solid at the top and solid bottom, and they're held together, and they're basically upholstered together. So theoretically, you could get them like this and then fold them in half and then slot them behind the seats.
I think he's thinking more of weekend trips.
Yeah,
if
we go to like a Fiat on the Dragon, you're
gone all weekend. You're gone for 4 days.
And the things are at home. You don't have the doors.
Yeah, I get you.
I just want to be able to slide them behind the seats and all that kind of stuff. Well, and I went off of your measurements. I'm going, well, they should fit behind the seats because neither one of us, I'm only 5'11", so I don't think the seat will be all the way back.
It won't be all the way back.
No, they won't be with her.
You've certainly got a little bit of room to tuck them behind the seats.
Okay.
I'd be slightly concerned that they may get scratched or something as you're moving them in and out of the seat.
Yeah,
they may get scratched and weathered, but
well, we can cover them.
In theory, yes, it would work.
He's just gonna have to open his door and hold it open. He's just gonna have to figure it out.
I'll do some magnets or something. Are the back of these things
magnetized,
metal or aluminum?
What this
mirror?
At the back, the bit that bolts to the stanchion is aluminium.
Okay. What about the back side of the mirror? Well, you can't see me here, but the black part,
that's plastic.
Plastic. Okay.
So you can't.
Well, I can make a loop or something. I can figure something out.
He'll figure it out. He's pretty good about doing that. So I'll go ahead and get rid of this. So because that's what we're gonna go with.
So I'll put them on there as well. Then
you want to see the second one?
You sent two. There's probably a reason.
Yes, you did.
Well, it was just another look from the other side. But yeah, go on. You can open it up and show everybody what your some of the great picture. I mean, how good is that? I didn't have a picture. I asked the workshop, and boom, they come back to me within about 2 minutes.
Amazing. Okay.
So that's a much better picture.
Let me get on, and we'll share that one. And so we want to share that one. There we go. Okay. So now you can see the side profile of that.
Now, what's the rod made out of? I'm going to guess aluminum again.
It is, yeah.
Because aluminum's not magnetic. I'll probably just have to come up with like a Velcro hook or something and just.
You'll have to do what?
Yeah. What you could come up with is a bolt that goes the other way with a wing nut on it, so that you could just undo the wing nut and take it off.
Okay. So you can still see that if you want to see that.
Okay.
But okay.
But it's a minor inconvenience. I'll figure something out for it.
Sure. I'll put on there the mirrors anyway.
Yeah, no, definitely wanted the mirrors. And same thing with the door hinges. 4 door hinges, but if those winglet things don't come with the hardware, we would need 8 sets, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, no, I'll sort that out for you. Now you've already got mirrors on your order, which are the mirrors that go on the doors. So what I want to do is leave them on there just in case you get to a point and go, oh, well, actually, we'll have those little ones for the ears, and I'll have the ones on the doors if I'm not going to fold them up and put them in the back. Does that make sense?
I'd just take them off because they won't
take them off.
They won't get used. They'll end up in a box in the workshop somewhere.
Okay. Let me do that.
Okay.
Just put a red line through it. That's fine.
That was him, not me.
Okay.
Okay.
Then we had the side sills. They're aluminum. They were black.
Yep.
And put those on. I'm figuring they look good, but also though, I can see somebody stepping on the fiberglass.
Yeah, well, it edges the fiberglass off quite nicely.
Yeah.
I got short legs.
You've already fessed up to that. And I think I don't know what side the exhaust is going to be on that. I imagine
it's going to be on the right-hand side.
it's going to be on the passenger side then.
Well, passenger for us.
Yeah, sure, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Side seals. Let me just add them to your little list. You obviously saw them on our one of our films that we did.
Yes.
Jolly
And
good.
went right to the site to look at them. I'm like, okay, that looked good. But that was from last year sometime.
Yeah, it was one of the older ones. That's cool. Okay.
Then the driving top, aka bikini top.
Yeah, you want the bikini as well.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I've added that. No problem.
Then the overnight top.
Yep. Let me just add that on there. Yep, that's cool. Added that.
Then the top storage bags. I assume they're both the same thing.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So two of those, one for each top.
Okay.
Then I guess they're called door nets. Two of those, to put the maps and stuff in.
Yeah. Yeah, interior trim. What's it called? What's it exactly called? Pocket. Interior elastic mesh net. Pocket.
They're hidden away somewhere.
Yeah, they'll be by your knee.
Well, I'm sitting on the site trying to find
them.
them.
I see. I just searched for net, actually. The search is pretty good on the website.
It is.
Yeah, it's good. It's much easier to search than it is to try and find and guess where I put it.